What's up, Descendants? Massive new update that came out today, and let's go over everything that you want to know in a short video because there is a lot to go over. So, for starters, there's a new Descendant. I want to just go ahead and open it up with a new Descendant, like a showcase in terms of its gameplay. How it works is it's almost like DDR. You got to kind of time these little things, and the abilities are going to be anywhere from supporting your allies to getting some more skill power. So, kind of has some flexibility, but it is like another weapon that you pull out with her ability. But yeah, again, you're going to have to time it. It does not look like an easy character to play, just as a heads up. So now that we got like the newer character's gameplay, let's go over everything that you want to actually know about it, besides the new hero. So obviously, oh, by the way, you have to unlock the new hero. It's not just like you just get it unlocked for free. Just so we're aware of that. Anyways, they also added Ultimate Valby, that is a brand new character in the game. And then on top of that, they actually removed some stuff in the game. We'll go over that. And there's actually, surprisingly guys, Bunny actually got a pretty massive buff. So starting right out though with the Ultimate Valby modification modules. So these are like the red ones that would give you some sort of special ability, right? So we have the ability for the bouncing bullet is gotten replaced by a projectile that fires in a straight line. Spiral Tidal Wave is stackable and now can be fired 3 times in a row and attracts impurities during the Gluttony Intercept battle. And then the Hydro Pressure Bomb, instead of Plop Plop, she leaps forward and deals some damage to enemies around the landing area. The more enemies in the laundry seat, the more powerful the damage. But they did remove a bunch of patterns. Now, if you already have these patterns, like you had them saved up, you can still use those, but they had to kind of, I guess, move some stuff because, remember, there's a new Descendant, and on top of that, there's the Ultimate Valby. They need to fit certain things into the game, so they actually removed some patterns. These are the ones that they removed, but if you already have them, you can still use the ones you already have gotten. And then now they've added other things in the game, different patterns, so you can get different things. And by the way, the Ultimate Valby's blueprint, if you're looking for, I think, one of like the code, it is for the brand new boss. That's where you get it, by the way. So if you're looking to farm it, that's where you get it. And then on top of that, there's a new Descendant. I already showed you guys the gameplay, but her name's Luna. And here's kind of like more in depth with the skills here. So using any skill increases the inspiration gauge. So she has this like bar that you have to fill up. And there's also active skill 1, so using the skill changes her weapon to a unique weapon, so performing the notes in time by using skills or hitting monsters stacks and increases her skill power modifier. So she's obviously going to get stronger when you use the ability and you are landing the shot. So the other one makes it so it plays upbeat music that changes the skill power modifier of herself and her allies, and she gains the enhance effect, increases the skill power modifier and increases the skill critical hit rate and the damage of allies, so really good support. And then on top of that, using the skill, the third one, lets her play some relaxing music, so hitting a note grants an effect that instantly recovers the MP of Luna and her allies. That's a really big thing, to be able to recover MP for certain builds. I think this Descendant is actually looking really good, specifically because it's very unique to be able to recover the MP of your allies. My question is if you have a bunch of these, can you just get like a Lepic and just spam on like the ultimate even harder? Who knows? But nonetheless, this is something to maybe combo with. And then there's Delightful Stage Throws active skill 4, so she plays some delightful music, and then hitting the enemy with no increases the inspiration gauge and decreases the skill cooldown of allies. So she can give cooldown reduction, MP, and critical hit rate, and skill power. I mean, this character is looking pretty good. Now, I'm not sure if you can stack all of the like auras at once. I think you get to pick one, but if that is different, let me know. Otherwise, this is the most OP character in the game if you can have all these auras going off. Next up, though, for the Luna modification module, so Nimble Footsteps modification module enhances her movement speed and amplifies the effect range of her performance, making it easier to support her allies. And then Noise Surge transforms all of Luna's skills to combat skills, performing the notes in rhythm, unleashes powerful AoE attack. Maybe it's kind of like a bunny wave AoE, so that'd be kind of cool. And then when the inspiration gauge is full, it summons a moving stage where she dances to recover MP and shields. And then the patterns got removed, and then they added more patterns so you can actually get the new character and get the code from Luna. And then on top of that, there is a brand new boss fight. The new boss fight is actually quite hard. We're going to be definitely trying it, and I'm going to show you guys the gameplay of it, but I'm just warning you guys, this boss is absolutely crazy hard. At least as of right now, until people figure out how we can defeat it a little bit easier. But anyways, there's a new 2-piece Toxic set over here. Well, it gives you Toxin Resistance, and a 4-piece set that grants MP on hitting a target with skill's unique weapon, as well as the effect that increases skill duration and MP heal modifier proportionally to the max MP. So that's going to be pretty interesting to be able to heal your MP. And And then there's a new ultimate weapon, which they kind of already mentioned for us, but we didn't know what it was. Now we know what it is. So it's a new ultimate weapon. It looks like some sort of like revolver here. Using a dimension skill grants the single reload for peace effect. At maximum stacks, the single reload for peace effect enables you to fire the loaded ammo in a single quick burst when taking an aimed shot. And then there's a new module over here. So it decreases the movement speed and the firearm attack and all attribute attack except for the non-attribute attack every time a skill is used, but each stack of arc concentration increases defense and MP. So you sacrifice movement speed, firearm attack, and attribute attack except for non-attribute, but you get more defense and MP. So is that worth it? You know, you'll have to decide. They added some skins, but whatever. Like, I just want to go over like the newer stuff. There's probably going to be some other cosmetics here. They did a lot of things over here for the improvements to the UI. I'm not going to go over all of those. They did actually give some buffs to some characters. So specifically on Freyna, the poison contagion room of Freyna's room 0 trauma got almost double from 4 to 7 meters, and then they increased the room the maximum scaling range of Valby's skills from 200 to 250. They increased Blair's scaling on the range from 200 to 250, so just bigger AoE. And then they also changed the blizzards generated by a glacial cloud module to be triggered instantly without a delay. And then they changed Valby's Albion Academy Cadet head skin to be dyeable. Okay, I'm not sure why it's in there, but cool. Anyway, on top of that, they actually buffed some weapons here. So they added the feature in the game options that enables single shot and burst weapons to fire automatically when the fire button is pressed and held down. This is actually pretty big because sometimes people don't like playing certain weapons because you have to spam them. Also, another update, you could not change your modules because I just recorded this gameplay to kind of just see on the new patch kind of what has changed. Seems like the brightness actually got updated too, so we'll check your settings on that because I want to go back to what it was before. But you can't change your modules in the middle of a intercept battle. So on the bosses, you can't swap things. So no snapshotting anymore. But this is a very nice change because you can just hold down the thing, and that's going to be great because some of the revolvers were pretty good in the game. But like, again, having to consistently push the button for some people that are lazy, yeah, it's going to make it so those are more viable now. They increased the Enduring Legacy's critical hit damage from 1.7 to 2.3. That increases the Secret Garden's critical hit rate from 35 to 50 and crit hit damage from 1.85 to 2.25. This is a massive buff. I don't know if this makes it like a really good weapon now, but 50% critical hit rate is huge. Also, Naishra's Devotion's critical hit rate got buffed from 36 to 45, and the damage got increased by 0.25 over there. They decreased the trigger rate of Bombardment's Great Reversal Fate, but now it also triggers when the weapon is fired at unshielded enemies. And equipment can now be dismantled at once with no quantity limit. This is actually kind of a nicer change, just quality of life. Now, on top of that, they are actually doing some newer updates for Season 1/2, because we're still, I guess, in Season 0 here, which is pretty cool. But they were talking about over here where it says many players are currently farming materials without spending the fragments at the fusion reactor, so we're considering removing the fragments from the fusion reactor startup altogether. This will make the fragments necessary only when the reconstructing device is used at the fusion reactor. So that's going to be a really cool thing that is going to be changing. And they also increased the amount of void shards that can be acquired from special operations by about 7 times. So that's pretty crazy for the numbers over there. And then on top of that, there's kind of like other like bug fixes and stuff. I'm not going to go over those, but I think the most important thing is the newer update over here, which is talking about, these are, again, most of these are like bug fixes in the game, but they're talking about some of the stuff for the future, and I believe it's right here. So the team is currently working on Season 1 and 2, but they're actually going to be improving drop rates, and this is huge news. This is a huge win. So while our drop rates and systems are operating fairly in the First Descendant, we do understand that some players are struggling with the vagaries of drop rate. To address this, we're planning to introduce a new system where you can more easily get the item that you want after repeating the activity a certain number of times. So some sort of pity system would be really good. Maybe every time you fail, the number % chance goes up by maybe 1% or something. Because when I was trying to farm that Sharon module, like to get her, I had to go back to normal mode, and I was doing it like, I've probably done that thing like 50 plus times to get it. It was a 20% drop rate, and I was like, dude, okay, this is just really, really unlucky. But that's the way RNG works. And then today I did it, and I instantly got it literally on this first gameplay, which was really weird. So I don't know if they've also kind of creating something, but you guys know that I've been streaming the game, and I always consistently was trying to get Sharon, and I could not get that Sharon drop. So I finally got it, and I don't think that this is added in now, but who knows? Maybe you guys let me know if you guys feel like the drop rates have changed, because this, again, is just mentioned for Season 1 and 2. But basically, they're going to improve the drop rates via if you keep on repeating the things. What does that entail? I don't know. And then on top of that, they also want to have more build diversities, so that's going to be cool, and they're going to be balancing the game a little bit more. But that's like the only thing that was kind of important in this, like, okay guys, we're working on Season 1 and 2, and they also changed some of like the pattern stabilizations, but like it doesn't really matter. But just note that some of the things have kind of moved, obviously, for the newer heroes, because we need to add those other things to the game. Anyways, pretty awesome update. Let me know, guys, what you think of it. Let me know what you think of the new boss if you've defeated it, and if you've played the new character, what do you think of her? I think she's going to be very, very difficult to play because you have to time the stuff, and also remember, you got to try to land headshots, you got to roll out of the way and dodge. There's just a lot of stuff going on, but it's a really unique character, and I love the way that this game is going in terms of the directions. They have not really nerfed anything. They nerfed snapshotting, but again, that's something that they don't want in terms of game design, and I totally get that. But there hasn't been any like nerfs, which is like huge, a huge refresher. As someone that has played Diablo, that was one thing that was heavily criticized. It's like, why are you nerfing the game? Why are you ruining our fun? And for Descendants over here, like, hey guys, we're just buffing everything for the most part, and on top of that, we're going to be increasing the drop rates if you keep on doing the same thing, so you don't go crazy farming the same thing 100 times. And I think that is great for any action RPG, any looter game. They need to implement some sort of like pity system for some of these like really low drop rates to make players not feel frustrated, because doing the same mission 50 times in a row, I'll tell you what, it's not fun, and no one really likes to do that for the most part. So anyways, I like the update. Let me know your thoughts down below, but thanks for watching. If you guys want to see more updates in the future as well as more content, and I'm going to be dropping that boss battle soon after we actually defeat it, but subscribe to the bell if you want to see it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace.